So Nathan called me, what, last week? Okay, we won't talk that, so I got 20 minutes. Thank you, Creative Mornings, for hosting me. Thank you, Glitterbox, for hosting us. Thank you all for coming. I am humbled and grateful that you're here to have breakfast with us and a little cup of coffee. Hey, girl. Shout out to Nathan for saying color dots instead of colored. All right, I'm going out for like maybe 2 hours of sleep. I don't know if it's going to have anything to do with serendipity, so I'm just saying. So, yes, you're in Glitterbox, but everywhere we go, we make One Hood our house. Y'all can use the Creative Morning hashtag and stuff because they did host us, but you know, hashtag One Hood when you do it as well. We are a collective of socially conscious artists and activists and generally dope people. Do we have anybody in the house that's a singer? Lieko, come here for 1 second. So we open all of our events with some art, right? Because we got to set the mood and all that kind of stuff. So I only got 20 minutes, but I want Lieko to sing the word serendipity in the best way she knows how. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieko.
Serendipity.
Thank you, Lieko. So I use serendipity a lot. And when Nathan calls me, I'm like, I should probably make sure I know what the hell this word means. So this is the definition of serendipity: the faculty or phenomenon of finding valuable or agreeable things not sought for. So it kind of tripped me out a little bit because to find something can either mean that it's hidden or unseen. We don't just we do just come upon serendipity, right? But we have to look for it. So if I'm going shopping, I'm in Burlington, and I happen upon a pair of $400 shoes, and I only paid $17 for it, true story. That is absolute serendipity. It's a positive thing, and that's what we tend to think of serendipity as something that's positive. But when I started kind of really thinking about it, I was like, man, is there serendipity in things that we don't necessarily see as positive, right? So if you wear a pantsuit that zips in the back and you just drank a gallon of water and then the zipper gets stuck, but this could happen. The zipper gets stuck. You might find something valuable in that lesson. Just saying. So I thought that we should talk about stuff that we all kind of deal with and encounter, right? Hey, Corey. Your lipstick is giving me life, too. You're beautiful. Just want to say. Hannah. I hate that the lighting isn't that good, and that my big head is taking up this entire screen. I love this picture. You can't see it that great, but it's very indicative of my husband and I's personality and our relationship. This is the day of our wedding, obviously, not role-playing. And I'm like coming at him, mouth open, about to swallow his head, and he's giving me this little kiss. He is the introvert in the relationship, in case you couldn't tell. So I thought about love and the serendipitous pieces of it, right? So I mentioned that we are a collective of socially conscious artists and activists. And, I'm proud of the work that we do. I'm proud of the work that my husband does. Specifically, he's in the house. If you didn't see him, he's right there with the pale gym shoes on that is probably making the screen hard to see. But you're serious. Can y'all give my baby a round of applause? Okay, that's enough. I wanted to talk about love because I'm married to an activist, right? So we look and we think about people in the world who are classified as activists. One was born today, actually, and it was Malcolm X. Right? Just a moment, just to, let that sink in. And how serendipitous I would be speaking on the day of his birth, and forgot to put the slide in, because it was, literally done an hour ago. But one of the things I admire most about the X family is the amount of work that went into it. It's not easy being married to an activist. It's not. Real talk, right? So you have to learn how to navigate it, how to make your children understand when daddy gotta go all the time, how to make yourself understand when daddy gotta go all the time. I always say I know how to act in public, and I do. It's just that when he was coming into his own, into activism, this was me. So I don't know if y'all could see these slides that clearly. These are my confessions. So I put both of them. This is so, this is my favorite one, that's for real. I might still be guilty of this one. I'm just saying, you go through these things, and he always with some woman. Angela Davis over here giving him the eye, I don't know where Jaquan Black Rap hands are. I'm just saying. So I found ways to deal with it. This is a secret Instagram account I have. Nathan told me I could cuss, but you can read it. These are things, tweets that never made it. So where is the serendipity in all of this? The serendipity in all of this, remember, because the definition is finding it, right? And when I get over myself and how painful things are, I remember that the work that is being done is so much bigger than me, right? Because we're trying to make a better world. And, you can't make a better world without people going out and doing that work. So sometimes, it's hard. But we have to find that serendipitous piece. We have to look for it. We have to. So I want to refresh your memory, because I kept forgetting while I was writing this, and I thought you might too. The definition of serendipitous, right? Finding valuable, agreeable things not sought for. So I wanted to talk about existence, right? Because this is my beautiful family, and I'm so honored and so proud, and I love every single one of them. And when I found out I was pregnant with this little boy, I went through a thing. My oldest was 10. My daughter was 5. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm about to get up out the house. I'm finna travel with Jasiri around the world. It's on and crack it. That pregnancy stick was like, "I'll bet you pregnant." I was like, oh. So I went through a thing, and I was like, man, this is messed up. I'm dead honest. Now, I love my baby, and once I was pregnant, and it is out of love, or some people say that when your child looks a whole lot like your spouse, you was a little bit, feeling a certain kind of way. Not claiming that, but I was pregnant. And we had a talk, me and my unborn child, and me and the God, the universe, the white buffalo, I don't know, whatever you believe. And I said, okay, well, I'm pregnant for a reason. Why? What's up? You tripping? But this baby is absolutely part of the reason why I am standing here in front of you. Because when I got pregnant, before I would stop going to school, I would stop going to work, full time. It really didn't take much for me to stop going to work back then. But I stopped working full time. I peeled it back because a mother has to be home with her children, right? I was that Proverbs 31 chick, embracing that, riding hard for it. But I don't know, the baby whispered to me, the universe, somebody's like, you don't got to do that. That's you doing that. So I made a conscious decision, went up to CCAC. I was like, yo, how many credits I got to get this associate's degree done? And they were like, oh, yo, you was about to be a pharmacist, a nuclear science, a teacher, a pianist, like you got 8,000 more credits to go. So I was like, that's not gonna work for me. So I went through every single one of them and found that I had one more class to take if I shifted to liberal arts. 9 months pregnant, sick as hell. I finished that damn one class. I did. I had my baby, and we waited a couple of seconds, and then at 4 months, I went to Chatham and graduated with my degree in arts administration. And we don't have a lot of family here, so my professors at Chatham would let me bring the baby to school with me, be nursing up in there. You know, they were just real great about it. But had I not had this baby, I don't know if I would have had that shift in thought that, oh, you could do this. That's the serendipity in it. I had to find it. I had to create this moment in my mind of, man, this is dope. And he is this dude, man. And I'm very grateful for his being here. And I want to talk about love and children and all that, because these are the things that sometimes bring us a lot of pain in our lives. Whether it's a breakup or whether we lose our child to something, or there's so many different things. When you work in this activism work, it really challenges your notion of what love is. I can't imagine how, certain parents who have become reluctant celebrities in our culture, like, Sabrina Fulton or Wanda Grant or Sandra Bland's mom, Miss Geneva, right? I can't imagine how they get up and they keep it moving. Because I'd be like I said, rocking in a circle, putting hexes on people because they gave my husband a hug. So how do you maneuver? I'm not trying to say that anybody shouldn't give him a hug today, Mariah. Just, no. Reminding us of the definition again, because y'all know I be getting off topic. So then I thought about work. Again, my baby changed the trajectory of how I thought. And I'm like literally 5 years ago homeschooling, pulling my hair out, obviously eating a lot of bonbons. Y'all saw the wedding picture. And I look up, and I was invited to do this thing at ModCloth, right? And it tickles me because, it was serendipitous. I took a sister, Dominique Luster, who does the Teenie Herrick's exhibit at the Carnegie Museum of Art, said, I'm new to the city, can you come with me? I need, I just don't want to be there by myself. It's in a warehouse, I'm like, okay, cool, I'll go with you. I like fashion, we can do this. So I get there, and they tell me to have a seat because I'm in it. Now, I have mixed feelings about that because I hadn't shaved my legs. There's a lot going on there. But it was very serendipitous that I ended up being there. And a lot of different places. Nina was there too. It was fabulous. And Jamie was there. Anybody else that was there in this room? But a lot of people were there, and it was a great experience. And, I think about how I'm able to do what I love as a result of serendipity and seeking out those moments. I work with a bunch of people who I love. I'm grateful. We had ups and downs because we very much like family. Jaquia get on my nerves every day. Oh, I'm sorry, you're sitting there. Okay. But really, we're very much like family, and this is to try to, the feel that we try to bring with us. I'm also part of the Nefertiti Alliance, which is a collective of Black women whose focus is on self-care and the creative capital of Black women in the arts. I found myself, in speaking engagements, We hosted a youth event with different young people, because I'm only like 2 years older than them, but in the community. And so it's really, to me, a result of like taking the time. It made me grateful. So whoever thought of this theme, thank you, because it really made me think, man, what is serendipitous and how does it occur in my life? We went to the Women's March on Washington, and I was going to take my daughter. My husband gets asked to speak, and it changed everything for us when we were there. And I brought this picture up because I didn't get to speak at the Women's March on Washington, but when they spoke, none of y'all who saw me up there said, "Get out the way, you're taking pictures the whole speech." So I just want to take this moment out to fuss at y'all, because I'm documented in history as taking pictures and not moving the hell out the way in this moment. But I just wanted to say, and to encourage us all, to be really active in thinking about those serendipitous moments in our lives. To look and see what it is that we can learn from situations. Because every breakup, I done learned something. Everything that hurt, I learned something. But every good thing, I learned something. And so I think my whole point is to encourage us to think in that way. These are our handles and hashtags. I appreciate you all coming.